Hey y'all, it's Jules. Welcome to week 6 of starting an art journal, where today we are going to do some loose watercolor landscapes. They are so easy and fun. Anyone can do this. Let's dive right in. Okay, for our watercolor landscapes today, we're actually not going to use very many things. We just need a few watercolor pencils, or if you have regular pencils, that's good too. I've just grabbed a couple reds. I just know that the watercolor pencils will disappear when I add my water to it, and it'll bleed out very nicely. So if you have them, great, grab them. If not, you're fine. Some washi tape, a fluffy No. 0 squirrel hair brush, and then I've got these 4 colors. This is an indigo, a forest green, a sap green, and a yellow ochre, one of my favorite colors. So we're going to use those, some water, a rag, and your spray bottle. Go ahead and spray down your watercolors, and we're going to get right to building these cute little landscapes and do a landscape practice in our art journal so we can journal all around it. All right, let's get going. So first I'm just going to build off a few little areas for our watercolors. Okay, so now I'm just going to divide the paper up into thirds on this side and maybe just in half on the other. So what we're going to do is just divide our page up into some triangles. So I just want you to start following along with me, and we're just going to make a little rough outline, and you'll see how easy it is to do these watercolor landscapes. So I'm just going to start by making a diagonal right like that, dividing the page up into thirds, and bringing this line over. And that's that. That's all I'm going to do on this one. Okay, so then maybe this one, I might come here in this third, dividing my page up into thirds again, and I'm just going to bring this line out, and we're going to put a triangle here again, but we're going to stop it and bring it back over here. Okay? All right, let's do another one. That's just low, straight across. And how about maybe one that's coming down, triangles, 2 triangles there, maybe another triangle up here. I've made sure they intersect off center, okay? And then maybe a high triangle right here. And one more. Let's go there. Okay, so we've got 6 different things going on, 6 different little tiny designs, and now we're going to use our watercolors that we've already gotten wet to make these cute little landscapes. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go for this limey sap green. We're going to get a lot of water on our brush, and we are going to start building out, just dotting some color onto the page. And we're going to stay at the top of these lines, so just kind of dot it in just a little bit. And I'm actually going to dance around all of these with the same color while I have it on my brush. And I'm just going to kind of hit the top of that line and let it kind of bleed out from there. Okay. Hitting the tops. Dotting where my red is. Keeping it very simple. Okay, then I'm going to grab some water and just kind of blend it in a little bit. Now again, this is not watercolor paper, so the page got very wet, but I'm going to keep going. This is just a little funsy. So I'm getting some of this forest green, and now I'm going to come in just below that. This a little bit here. Now I'm not hitting all the lines with this green, just some of the top ones, okay? All right, now I'm going to go back and get some of this indigo color and just wash a little bit, like maybe for the sky area. Look how quickly I'm doing this. I'm just kind of shaking it around, leaving some spaces in the middle without any color. Okay. Dotting my paper. And let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to do the yellow ochre down at the bottom here. Now I know my washi tape is that yellow ochre color, so it kind of throws you off a little bit because it looks like it's already on the paper. So I'm just kind of smearing it around at the bottom where we haven't put any pigment. Look at these cute little things coming together. It's so great. All right, now I'm going to use a little bit of the darker forest green and indigo together. And I'm just going to accentuate some darker spots near the edges. And I might blot as I go so it doesn't stain too much. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's let this dry and see what it looks like, and then we can take the washi tape off and add little embellishments and whatnot. Okay, so I've got this page dry. I'm going to go ahead and remove the washi tape. I want to see what it looks like. Everything we just did so quickly. Now look how absolutely adorable those are. We can come back with our pens. I'm just going to kind of doodle around these, I think. So this is my gold paint pen that I love so much. Build some little trees. So I'm just kind of going around and doing some squiggles to suggest foliage in the background. I really am just using our skills from doodling to make all that happen. I think it looks pretty good. Let's do some more. Just kind of going around, picking arbitrarily. I'm going around these darker areas that I had made around the horizon line in the distance. This one's a lot further away. Looks like these are more clumped together on the hillside. This is a really relaxing way to learn about your watercolors, to limit yourself in your palette, to build a cute little reminiscence or thoughts, or maybe you had a day when you were driving around and you saw some really cool countryside and you just want to remember some of the colors. You can use any colors to do this. I'm just doodling around these edges that we made just because it's fun. I like how the sky turned out in each one of them. That's really nice. So now I can always come back with my paintbrush again. If I want to come in and just darken some areas, you know, I can add just a little more pigment here or there to make it a little more bright, to make it a little more interesting within that gold area. See how it kind of resists what we've already done there? How beautiful. All right, let's do some more. I'm going to add a little bit in the horizon right there where we had our red line before. Smearing it out. Okay, getting some green. And I'm just kind of dotting in some darker areas. I don't want to paint all of it. I'm just kind of dotting the surface to give some different variation in the colors that we're using. Okay, so I'm going to go around, just brightening up a few little areas, just like the sun is hitting that hillside, smoothing out the edges a little bit. You kind of have to work quickly with this paper. It really does absorb the water. Okay. A little color variation there. And a little bit over here. See how that just brightened it up so much? Okay, so let's go back and put some of this darker forest green in like we did on the top ones. Just going to drop in just a little bit of shadows. See, I'm just kind of lightly tapping the page to bring in those deeper colors. And because I put that gold paint on there, it's resisting the watercolor, which is really pretty. Okay. All right, so then I can always go back, because this is our art journal. I can go back and write words in the sky, little thoughts, little blurbs, whatever I feel like I want to add. So I hope you have fun doing your landscapes. Divide your pages up. Don't sweat it. Make some triangles. Plop some colors down, and you will get better and better with this technique. I'm going to do maybe one or two more here and just kind of fast forward them so that you can see me build a couple more larger ones. All right, so here we go. Then I'm just going to go back and intensify a little bit of these colors. Okay, so these are pretty dry, and I'm going to pull off my washi tape now. And as I made these two, I was reminded that I didn't massage the paint much on the paper. I tried to keep my colors separate and just bleed the edges together. I kept it very simple. I did not go over certain spots over and over again. The metallic gold paint pen really added just, you know, that extra little dimension to the pages. And you know, I'm using the same colors in both of these, and it's only 4 colors, and you can do a lot with them. I'm just going to go around and scallop my edges to frame this out like I did the other ones, because I think that looks really good. And you can always go back with your colored pencils too, you know, to add some darkness. See how that red really draws your line on that horizon line? I could darken in a little bit here and there in the middle, maybe over here in this corner. And see how that just starts making it look more three-dimensional? I'll do it over here too. I'm just laying the pencil down on its side and just creating some reddish toned shadows, like underneath the tree areas and where it might be a little more shady, and then it makes the brighter areas look even brighter. Isn't that great? All right, this is Jules. This is my art bender. I hope you have enjoyed this loose landscape class for your art journal. I hope this inspires you to then take some words and draw over this, doodle over this, transfer words, transfer images over these things, and it will be a beautiful meditative page in your art journal. All right, peace. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.